Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS, FANS. Let's get to the news all right. Folks, buckle up because the NFL offseason is heating up, and the Atlanta Falcons are right in the middle of some very intriguing rumors that could shake up the NFC South, and potentially the entire NFC landscape. Rumors are swirling around Antoine Winfield, Jr., the dynamic safety from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Falcons are reportedly eyeing him as a key piece for their defense moving forward. This isn't just idle chatter. Sources like Diana Rossini have shed some light on a possible blockbuster move that could redefine how Atlanta approaches their secondary and overall team strategy in the coming years. Now, let's break it down. The Buccaneers, sitting at a 4-5 record and currently in rebuild mode, are reportedly open to trading Winfield Jr. By the 2026 offseason. The package, a pair of second-round picks, one in 2026 and another in 2027. This is a significant offer, but it makes sense when you consider Tampa Bay's situation. They're dealing with a cap hit of around $16 million, but are also navigating a rebuild after the injury to Mayfield in Week 6, which impacted their starting quarterback and overall offensive production. The Bucs have been struggling defensively, especially in the secondary, where they're giving up an eye-watering 238 passing yards per game, one of the worst in the league, and certainly a red flag when you're trying to compete in a division that's becoming more competitive each year. Tampa is clearly looking to reset, unloading their all-pro safety in exchange for draft capital that can help them rebuild their roster, especially their young defensive line and offensive line units, which are also a priority. They're trying to avoid a full-blown decline with a core that's already leaking big plays, allowing 252 passing yards per game, which is not sustainable if they want to stay competitive long-term. Their focus now seems to be on offense, with Mayfield leading a somewhat inconsistent attack, but the defense needs serious upgrades, and trading Winfield Jr., a versatile player who can excel in multiple roles, makes strategic sense. Enter the Falcons. Atlanta has been quietly building a strong, versatile defense, and adding a player like Winfield Jr. could be the perfect move to solidify their secondary and elevate their entire defensive scheme. This isn't just about adding another safety. It's about transforming the Falcons' secondary into a top-tier unit capable of shutting down the league's best passing attacks. Winfield Jr. is a missile in the box, a blitz specialist, and a coverage machine. His 2025 stats are especially impressive: 9 games, 48 solo tackles, 22 assists, 70 total tackles, ranking him 4th among safeties in the league. He also recorded 2 sacks, 3 interceptions, ranking 6th at safety, and 8 pass deflections. His PFF grade, an outstanding 90, 1 with a coverage grade of 91. 2. What really stands out is how efficiently he covers, allowing just a 44.2% catch rate, with an EPA per target of -0.31 and a target share of only 16%. Opposing quarterbacks have a passer rating of just 42. 8 when throwing his way. That's elite, folks, and it's the kind of impact player the Falcons need to take the next step. Looking at his career, Winfield Jr. has played 82 games, snagged 18 interceptions, and broken up 42 passes. He's been selected to 3 Pro Bowls and has an instincts level reminiscent of a player like Derwin James at his peak. Even with a shoulder injury in Week 3 that cost him 1 game, he still forced 15 incompletions, which ranks him among the top safeties for that stat. His versatility allows him to excel in multiple roles, whether blitzing the quarterback, covering deep routes, or playing closer to the line of scrimmage. Tampa Bay, in their effort to stay competitive, is prioritizing extending their core, with some big-money contracts on the horizon, like a $140 million offensive line. But their defense, especially the secondary, has been leaking points and big plays, a trend that they hope to reverse by trading away a star like Winfield Jr. For Atlanta, though, this move could be a game-changer. Imagine a secondary with Jesse Bates, who's been impressive with 3 interceptions and an 88. 4 PFF grade in 2025, working alongside Winfield Jr. A duel that would instantly elevate the Falcons' pass defense. Winfield's ability to clean up deep balls and shut down the most dangerous receivers would give opposing offenses nightmares. His presence would allow Morris to dial up more aggressive blitz packages, increasing the turnover rate and creating more scoring opportunities for the Falcons' offense. The secondary would stop being a weak spot and become a strength, with EPA target metrics improving significantly, pushing the defense into the top 10 overall in points allowed. Adding Winfield Jr. isn't just about immediate impact, it's about setting up the Falcons for sustained success. His ability to improve coverage efficiency, combined with the young talent already in Atlanta, like London, who's been racking up yards with 712 in 2025 and a PFF grade of 87. 6 would create mismatches all over the field. The Falcons' offense would benefit from shorter fields, more turnovers, and better field position, which are crucial for a team looking to contend in the NFC. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. The Falcons, with a current odds of around plus 15, 0 to win the Super Bowl, are quietly positioning themselves as dark horse contenders. If they pull off this trade, it could push their Super Bowl odds closer to plus 6, 0, a huge jump that reflects their new defensive strength. Their playoff chances could also skyrocket, especially if they can leverage this upgraded secondary to shut down high-powered offenses like the Eagles or the Cowboys. Historical comparisons show that teams with strong, versatile safeties often turn their fortunes around. Think about the Steelers in 2023 with Fitzpatrick, or the Browns' trade for Ward in 2025, which boosted their defensive efficiency by plus 180 points. The Falcons could follow a similar trajectory, especially if Winfield's leadership and playmaking skills translate seamlessly into Atlanta's system. From a strategic standpoint, the Falcons' front office understands that a secondary that can effectively neutralize deep threats is essential for their defense to reach the top tier. With Winfield Jr., they'd be adding a player who can handle the most dangerous receivers, provide leadership, and bring a winning mentality to the team. His ability to make game-changing plays, combined with the Falcons' already promising roster, makes this a move that could define their season and beyond. It's not just about patching a hole. It's about setting a new standard for what Atlanta's defense can become. And with the NFC South becoming more competitive every year, especially with teams like Tampa Bay trying to rebuild and New Orleans always lurking around the playoff picture, Atlanta needs to strike now and make bold moves. This potential trade also signals a shift in how the Falcons are approaching their roster construction. They are willing to invest in proven playmakers who can elevate the team immediately. With Winfield Jr. in the fold, Atlanta would have a versatile safety who can do it all, from covering the best tight ends to blitzing the quarterback, and providing that crucial leadership in the secondary. His presence would also serve as a morale boost for the entire team, inspiring younger players and setting a tone that Atlanta is serious about competing at the highest level. Of course, nothing is set in stone yet, and the logistics of such a trade would depend on negotiations, the Falcons, cap space, and Tampa Bay's willingness to part with a key player. But the possibilities are exciting, and it's clear that Atlanta is exploring all options to strengthen their roster. The Falcons' fans should be excited. This kind of move could be the missing piece to finally push them into serious Super Bowl contention, especially if they can combine Winfield's talent with their existing core and coaching staff. Looking ahead, the next few weeks will be critical. If the Falcons can pull off this trade, it would send a clear message to the rest of the league. Atlanta is all in on competing now and building a defense that can shut down any offense. Winfield Jr. could be that game changer, that piece that makes the Falcons a true contender in the NFC and perhaps even a team that's feared across the league. As fans, we should be ready for some exciting times ahead, because this isn't just about a player or a trade. It's about the Falcons taking their rightful place among the NFL's elite. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think adding Anton Winfield Jr. is the move that takes Atlanta over the top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news. Whether it's new signings, draft rumors, or game analysis, we're here to keep you in the loop. Falcons fans, let's keep the passion alive and get ready for what promises to be an exciting offseason. The future is bright, and with the right moves, Atlanta could be heading back to the top of the NFC. Thanks for hanging out, and as always, rise up.